Check, check. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2. CCI, check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Hey, Bell, you got all the kids ready? Okay. Todd Byers. Todd Byers. Need you up here. Hey, Sloan. Sloan. Come here. Yep. Sorry about your luck. That's what happens when you make $7 million.
Mandy, what's first? Third?
Okay. Okay, guys, we're going to get started here. Our first one in is Stevenson. And if you've, Todd probably gets tired of me talking about this every time that I do, but every time this is one of the guys that I respect as much as anybody that's ever done this in our business. Todd's as good as feeding pigs and seeding pigs as anybody that I've ever met. And Mandy and those guys, they sold a pig, I think, out of our sale last year that got along very well at California. Talking about this pig specifically, this is a Daybreak heavy hitter. 43 is a York appearing. His sire's Daybreak, a boar we purchased from Day Family Show Pigs at 24 Kings 2. He's a wide awake daylight in-game. Daybreak is out of the same sow line as 2026 OIE Grand Champion Barra, raised by the Day family.
Well, Jason just called me in last minute here, and if you guys ignore everything I say tonight, that's perfectly fine. Just to kind of echo kind of what Jason said, the Stevenson's crew and what they've done over the last several years. When I was a kid growing up, I thought Todd Stevenson was Michael Jordan, and still have a ton of respect for what that they do. We dropped this white male in, and man, I think he's really good. He's a Daybreak heavy hitter. The heavy hitter sow thing has been very, very, very good in my opinion.
69.
Okay. Next in is 79, once again from Stevenson. Daybreak, Absolute Kingpin, 46-2, Sires, Daybreak. And once again, just kind of the same stuff that they said about Daybreak before. An off-belted kind of a painted pig here from Stevenson.
Yeah, I think finding the ones that are actually going to get there size-wise from Dallas is awfully struggling this time, and I know Jason would agree, but we're going to get through some of these pigs that got just a shot more size to them, and I think this is a fine example of that. Obviously, again, like I talked about, their track record as of late has been very, very good, and a firm that I look forward to seeing their pigs when they come here to Jason's place. Lead off Major League, this will be lot 62. We can drop that belted pig in and let Jason talk him next.
Lot 62 is next as a leadoff Major League, and I would tell you that Weston had a barrow there at Fort Worth this time that was Reserve Hampshire that was a leadoff, and we keep seeing those pigs. Leadoff in one way are littermate boars, and both those hogs have done an incredible job here in the last couple times. 44-14 specifically, the belted hog in this pen. That pig's mother raised a Reserve Grand Bear at 25 Kentucky State Fair. 44-14's mother is a mate sow that raised the D1 champion Dark Cross at 26 San Antonio, and a mate bear that was Reserve Grand at the 2023 Kentucky State Fair.
Well, I got the notches mixed up. To no surprise, haven't really got much right yet. But, again, a pair of bigger pigs that I think are absolutely going to finish and get there. And if you're still looking for an earlier fall show, for a lack of better terms, these got the extra size to them, and they come with big, big pieces in terms of feature, in terms of skull, in terms of the back shape and stuff that they have. Again, Steven's doing a very, very good job here. A neat trio that they brought us here to Lackey's live sale.
Next in is mock show pigs from Indiana. How do you say it? Indiana. Lot 19 in the ring is from mock. Lot 19, there's not much description here, but lot 19 is a locked-in money's on. Lot 54 is an out for blood money's on. And lot 75 is an out for blood money's on. Lot 75 and lot 54 would be littermates. And Nick says lot 75 is last in our sale order, first in our heart.
Well, again, Jason kind of just threw me into the trenches here at the last minute, and I'll be honest, I haven't had the opportunity to kind of go through the barn and look. What I will tell you, when Mock comes through, he brings some of the absolute best that he has to offer. An operation that's done an incredible job. I think these are the absolute perfect size, the perfect maturity pattern. Man, they're cookie cutter like. I think in terms of proportionality, in terms of maturity, in terms of, again, being spot on in terms of just size and where they're at in terms of a bulk and spread and maturity aspect. I look up to Nick. I think he's done an incredible job from start to finish. We'll talk more about tomorrow, or somebody might, maybe somebody else will, because I'm probably not qualified. Mock brings a very, very good trio here, though. I would look in on these three.
Hey, one more spin.
Next in is Chad Reynolds. He's got a pair of them coming in, lot 2 and lot 41. Lot 2 is going to be the belted one, all access, tricked out, King of the Hill, Dirty Secret. And lot 41 is the black one, probably a Kansas City kind of hog, all access, tricked out, King of the Hill, Dirty Secret. Obviously, we've got litter mates here. I'll tell you that, and Troy can talk them a little more vividly here. We were at Chad's there a few weeks ago, and Chad's a good dude and someone we always love to have here. And we looked at the pigs that day, asked him about lot 2, if that pig was for sale. He told me no. I very quickly understood why, that he wasn't for sale, and he told me he was coming here, and that's just fine with me. A hog with very big pieces. I'll let Troy get a little more descriptive.
Well, for sure, Jason, and honestly, the black one was the first to catch my attention because he came in just a little bit earlier. I got a better look at him. That one looks really, really stout. And then you see the belted one, you're like, he's even that much stouter. Bora, you guys decide. That one may be, I know we're earlier in the preview, but just as far-reaching as we've seen to this point in terms of skull, in terms of arm, in terms of tail root, just rear foot size and stoutness of features, just absolutely incredible. Reynolds isn't very conservative. These pigs look about as far-reaching as maybe anything we've seen yet tonight. And again, I know we're early in the preview, but they're rolled up. They're heavy-legged. They look as far-reaching, again, as anything that we've seen today or tonight. Reynolds does an awesome job, a little bit flying under the radar guy, I guess, if you will. Look this pair up tomorrow and tomorrow night, during the day, during the night, whatever. Again, Chad sitting to my right said maybe they're not perfectly whip broke, and honestly, mine's not either, so I'm not going to throw much shade. These are very, very far-reaching pigs, in my opinion.
Next in is Austin Thompson, lot 25, ragweed top shelf, back on top, and we went to the Midwest a couple times this fall and watched some pig sales and the few sales that we've been to be honest with you, we really didn't have much need in buying any pigs, but every time we went to one of those sales, I had one of Austin's pigs written down because they were good. He had red bears that were good, crossbreds that were good every time. And last weekend, I asked about pigs at Top Shelf, and the hog that kept coming up was a blue pig, and deservingly so. He had the high seller there at Holy Smoke, 75,000, and Austin brings us a litter mate here tonight. And boy, I'll tell you right now, I've not seen one pig in this barn out of their pen yet, but boy, Austin brings us another really good one.
Yeah, Jason, I like this one, and honestly didn't look at the pedigree until I saw the pig. Very, very good. Built right, has the right kind of bone, the right kind of maturity, and awesome cuddle pattern. Again, Jason kind of threw me in here last minute, and I know it's early in the preview here. This one gets on my short list very, very quick. Incredible in terms of his combination of bone, skull, tail root. Length of body is absolutely amazing. Austin's doing an incredible job. This one's balance, his proportionality, and his ability to be immature yet still stout, in my opinion, is so good. Again, Austin's doing a great job. This one should be on the short list, in my opinion. Lot 25 if here from Thompson.
Addy, is it a coincidence what pigs you're driving? So next in, we've got a pair of Yorkshires, and I'll tell you that we had a Yorkshire Bear from Kilmer this year that ended up champion Yorkshire and reserve grand overall at San Antonio that Addy actually had. This pair is a pair of white flag tricked outs, 59.5, and. $59.4 and 59.5. Addy, which tag do you have? Addy's got 44, and the little boy over there has got lot 6. Same mother as Platt's 5th overall crossbred at Indiana State Fair last summer.
Well, yeah, like I told you guys earlier, I honestly haven't kicked through the barn too much, just kind of been laying low. But what little I have sorted through the barns, I think the barn here, the group of Yorkshire appearing males look very, very promising. And the pen, to me, just walking by, Kilmer has been on an absolute tear as of late, in my opinion, not only in the Southwest, but in the Midwest as well. A pair of these male pigs here that come to us from Kilmer, like I already mentioned, the white flag deal has been awfully good. The tricked out sow thing has been even better. I think a neat pair here. You guys kind of buy them how you like them. They differ just a bit maybe in terms of their positives and the things they bring to the forefront. Again, not perfectly whip broke. These look like the kind, though, that are the right size, the right maturity, the right kind of pieces to be there in the end. Dallas, Tulsa, Kansas City, whatever you want to do with them. I think a really neat pair of Yorkshire appearing male pigs here from Kilmer.
Next in, Eddie's got, what, 60. What lot do you have, Eddie? Well, Eddie's got 45. Tatum Beck, what lot do you have? Okay, so we've got 45 and 73 in here. Both these are Culture Shock timbers, and I'm not going to read all this probably, but the one thing I'll tell you here is a Culture Shock is a woke son that Troy raised, that if you went to Troy's last week and saw those pigs, I mean, that boar has done an incredibly good job. Maybe more notable is the timber sow there at Trace and what she's done, or what that sow has done there at their place. Once again, we were able to see these pigs a few weeks ago, and I think you've got some color differentiation here amongst this pair, and I think there's a belted one coming out here in just a second, but I think we've got a really good set here from Trace tonight.
Well, again, like Jason alluded to, he actually sent me a text that said Trace had a really good set coming to his sale there just a few weeks ago when we were talking one day, and these come out, and again, maybe not the most cooperative. Obviously, you guys have the time to get them home and get them perfectly whip broke and let them just mellow just a bit in terms of their attitudes. Again, like Jason said, the Culture Shock's deal's been good, not just because we raised him, but I think those pigs have been very well received. Again, perfect size, perfect maturity in my opinion for what that is worth. They're rolled up and have extras, but still look like they'll make good big ones in my opinion. A pair of those Calico Culture Shock males from Tres Amigos.
Next in is lot 7, and obviously another mate, Culture Shock timber, the thing I'd tell you about this is you just got to pay attention to the sow. I know that Nate, if you want to talk about the sow with Nate in the back, he could tell you what this sow's done, all that she's accomplished. There's a long list here. The mom of the Hagen Gilt that was supreme at 2023 American Royal, supreme gilt at 2023 California State Fair, reserve champion middle cross at Fort Worth in 23. The list goes on and on. The timber sow is the grandmother of Outrage and Hang Tight at PBG, and recently crowned the reserve supreme gilt at the American Royal for Will Hagen. I'll let Troy talk this pig specifically, but a great group here from Trace.
We'll bring a littermate into those last calicos, and probably one that's just a little better on the stick in terms of attitude, in terms of just being more whip broke. But what I will tell you, He's good, and I truly mean that. Trace brought us a great crew to the Top Shelf sale there this week, and he told me, yeah, we got a belted male going to Lackey's that we like a bunch as well. Again, another one with the extras, but at the same time, if this pig don't look like he could be right, late September, October, November, wherever you want to take him. He looks like you could hold on him, looks like you could push on him. His skeleton's right. He has an incredible skull, in my opinion. His shape down his top is incredible. His hind legs square and in check. These guys are they are maybe as consistent worldwide or across the country, I guess, for lack of better terms, whether it's in the Midwest or the Southwest, as much as anybody. Man, I like this one a bunch, Jason. Lot 7, Tres Amigos.
Okay. Next in, Emerson there in the red shirt has got lot 8. That would be an unrivaled game time Top Shelf. That's a first litter gilt out of a sow line that consistently makes bears that feed. The red bear there that's right there near me, that's a TS2 Cry About It Statement Day. Mom is a mate to the reserve D1 Duroc bear at Houston. In 25, Grandma raised the Grand Champion Purebred Bear at 2026 NJSA Winter National Show, shown by Alice Hawk. And then Bellamy there in the green has got lot 74. That's a stone cold Top Shelf. My intention, and I think Troy can vouch to the fact that those stone colds they're at all across the country have done very well, and I know that there were some there at Goss's that certainly caught a lot of attention last night. The grandma of this pig was 18th overall dark cross gilt at OYE. Sold that sow as a bred at $20K for Moyer in the Opportunity Knox sale.
Well, again, we're going right through these in really a fast fashion, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Obviously, nobody needs to listen to me and Jason stand up here and talk for too much time, and I'm not going to break these down. I would like to, because I love the quality. I love the program that they come from. True's doing just an absolutely incredible job. Man, that Duroc looks like a good feeding one, in my opinion, and I'm not a Duroc expert. You got the white-legged one that, man, he's absolutely no slouch, in my opinion. Perfect kind of heavyweight market hog into the fall, late summer fall shows, if you will. What I will tell you, gun to head, and if you're just going to ask me, man, which one sticks out in this group, not just because he's got a lower tag number, this lot 8 looks absolutely incredible. And to me, proportions, again, perfect colored, perfect maturity pattern. He has got big toes, big feet. He's got a rolled up back and a big pin set in him, but at the same time, his length of extension off either end of his skeleton is so good. Again, all you guys are qualified from the ringside. We're not going to sit here and tell you our opinions, but a very good trio here from True, in my opinion.
Cassidy Hayes brings a Berkshire in next, 21-1. This is a Breaking Barriers, top it off. Mom was a grand at Texas National for Talon Luke.
Well, if I was to get up here and tell you I knew exactly what Berkshires need to look like, I'd probably be lying, and that would probably go for many breeds. Obviously, one here that's got tons of extras, probably needs fed and coasted just a bit slower, but man, where this one's good, I think he's so good. Berkshire male pig here, in my opinion, that looks like he fits into that late fall deal real well. If you want to get very creative, again, just in my opinion, you guys buy him how you like. This one looks like he could show for a long time.
Next in is Cameron. He's got, I think Cameron's on lot 17. Tatum Beck is on lot 53. Different litters here. Cameron's on lot 17. That's 7-6. That's an unrivaled Trick 4 hero. Mom was a reserve Grand Cost Gilt at the Texas State Fair in 24. Raised a reserve D1 Hamp Bear at San Antonio this year in her first litter. And Grandma is the mother of Rolling Stone there at PBG, the mate to his 2 top shelf pigs. And then lot 53, Tatum Beck, you're on 53, correct? That's a leadoff, wild side, my intention. I will tell you that I saw the leadoff pig that went to Holy Smoke, tried to buy him, was unsuccessful. But that pig actually ended up going to Halfin, and the mom of that pig raised the foster family's reserve grant at AYE last fall. Salad's creeping her way to the top of their program.
Well, good to have Camo in attendance, and the traveling circus continues, I suppose, for lack of better terms. Good to have him. He told me when he left Top Shelf and left our place, and maybe it took him just an extra minute to get home, maybe made a few pit stops along the way. He said, man, if I get home, I'm not coming. And maybe Jason don't want me to, or maybe Cameron doesn't want me to say that, but Camo texted me. He said, hey, these pigs look pretty good, actually. Tad did a good job. They drop in the ring, and they're ready to roll. They look good. Again, pigs with extras, pigs that still look like if you could squeeze on them, they'd get even better, in my opinion. Camo's on an absolute tear, does an incredible job. Night show pigs here again, like Jason alluded to, lot 17 and 53.
Next in is Luke. Luke is on lot 16, and then the blue one in here is lot 52. White Flag's mom is the one that Luke is on. White Flag's dam. Dam is also the mother of Obsess and Let It Fly. She also recently raised the 4th overall breeding gilt at the American Royal and a class-winning bear at Austin. The blue bear out here is a White Flag Wildfire tricked out sister, young sow from Decker. This is only her second litter.
Well, the Linder firm obviously needs no introduction. They do it on a high level at a very, very consistent basis. And Luke and his entire crew is, again, another operation that I look up to. Was very fortunate to have them in Missouri there last week, or this week, I guess, if you will. And, again, another firm that said, hey, we're bringing a couple of the Lackeys that we think are very good. I think what's interesting about the Linder firm is they're not scared to sell boars. They're not scared to keep them. And whether they sell them or they keep them, they have the ability to go on and use them, whether again they're at their place or someone else's. His White Flag deal has been very, very good. I do like your blue pig, Luke. If I was just being honest, though, this white one's on another level, in my opinion. Maybe as far-reaching as any white ones that we've seen. I did see this pig in the back of the barn. I saw his picture. Man, he's got all the extras in terms of hair, in terms of bone, in terms of density. His length of body is absolutely incredible. His skull's incredible. His tail root's incredible. Again, this blue pig is dang solid. I absolutely love this white one, Jason.
Next in is Macon. Yimmy, which one are you on? Yimmy's on lot 12. Yimmy is on 10-4, all the way limited edition. And then the other one in here, so Yimmy is in the white shirt. That is lot 12. The other one is lot 49, which is all the way paint the picture.
Well, again, if I told you guys I was a purebred expert, I'd be lying. What I will tell you is I scrolled through the pictures, I scrolled through the pedigrees, I scrolled through the breeders, and I said, man, Jason, this looks like it's going to be a really, really good set of Durocs that come through the ring. And I know there's plenty of them, but at the same time, there's options, there's depth of quality. Stork's doing an awesome job. You don't have as many sows as some people across the country, but what I will tell you is sometimes when you don't have maybe as many as some other guys, you focus, you dial in, and you make the best of the best. This pair here, again, sounds repetitive. That these guys bring the best of the best. A lot of breeders bring the best that they have to offer to these events because they understand the importance of it. Stork's doing an awesome job. I'm not going to break them down, but I think a pair of Durocs here that fit the fall show season very, very well. They're moderate, they're wide, they're powerful. They look like the kind that's it takes to win on a big level. They got some extras certainly to go with it.
Bell, which one you got? Huh? 72. Kinsey, what do you have? Okay. So Bellamy in the green shirt is on lot 72. These are from buyers, obviously Chester males. Bell is on a on lot 72, 6-5. Slip and slide, big screen, perfect fit. Mother made the reserve Chester Bear at San Antonio in 25 for Huffaker. And then Kinsey in the black shirt there is on lot 5. Did you say, Kinsey? Okay. That is a littermate. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Well, good job, Jason. And like you just said, in a slow way, these are both slip and slide, big screen, perfect fits. Obviously, you guys are very aware of what the Buyers crew has done from a Chester perspective, and then some other breeds as well. But when they come to a live sale, obviously you expect them to bring at least one Chester. This time we got a pair of Chester male pigs that come in here. Again, boars, bears, you guys figure it out, but a firm that is absolutely incredible in terms of making competitive Chesters, whether, again, like it be in the Midwest, it be at a Texas major, whether it, wherever the country, they're competitive. They do it at a very, very high level. Another firm that doesn't have a ton of sows, and I truly believe when you don't have a ton of them, you focus maybe as much as anybody in terms of just making good ones. We've got several of those Chesters back home, like most of you guys know. What I will tell you is we're kind of always watching what Buyers does. He does it at a high level. Their family does it the right way. This pair of slip and slides, the boar that we would have raised actually that is there at Laird's, I think looks very, very far-reaching within this particular breed right now. Some of these Chesters have gotten just a little more generic across the board. If we're just being honest, within the Chester breed, these look as far-reaching in terms of look, in terms of shape, in terms of proportionality as you could ever ask for in this particular breed. Again, a pair of slip and slides here from Buyers.
Next in is lot 43 that Kinsey's on out there from Todd. Troy, this pig is pretty good. I would tell you, I'll be damned. I'm looking at his pedigree. Okay, thank you. Boys, that's a very good pig. I'll let Troy describe him. Those are seeing things, and I went to Laird's last summer, and I was very impressed with that boar and honestly what he's done. Seeing things, wide awake, backdrop, 96.6. So I guess, where's Todd at? So 3 shots back is be a 39 litter. Yeah, there you go. Okay, congratulations to everyone involved.
Well, good job, Jason. And I think you just talked to maybe a 16 or an 18 set of reasons there. That was bad. As bad as I've been, you've been equally as worse. The Chesters are good, guys, and don't take this offensively, Todd. This pig's very, very good in my opinion, and nobody really probably cares about my opinion. I don't even know where his tag number is here as I sort through it. Yorkshire, right there, tag 43. Again, seeing things wide awake from the buyer's firm. You guys don't care what I have to say. I do like this one a lot.
Like spots. Like they're all rigid ankle. Fuck.
Next in is Garrett Cox, and I tell you that one of the consistent things about this sale is I've heard about this pig from multiple people. Lot 13 from Garrett, 11-7. Wait a minute. Heavy hitter hero. Mom won her class at OIE in 24. She had a pair of only way sired pigs that made the sale at San Antonio this time. Wait a minute, it's the popular hang tight son that we own there with LJ 11. And then Garrett says what he thinks, and no one cares.
Yeah, this is a good pig as well, and obviously we're up here to sell him and promote him, but I do truly mean that. He's got an awesome tag number. He's got an awesome tag color. He comes in, he's broad, he's wide, he's built still very, very good from the profile. Height to link ratio is just absolutely incredible. His pasterns are right, maturity is right. Garrett and his crew are doing an awesome job. S squared here, lot 13.
Next in is Lot 18, All-Star LJ there. Wait a minute, Gangster, obviously the same sire as the pig that just came in. Wait a minute, it's a hang tight son. I just told you that he and LJ, or that he and Garrett own together. Mother of 34.5, which is this pig, would be the grandma of the champion hamp at San Antonio this year. And I would tell you, those of you that didn't go to San Antonio or didn't get to see that pig, I was so happy for LJ and so happy that he raised that pig. One of probably the more unique animals. I don't remember what the guys said about him there at San Antonio, but probably as heavy boned of an animal that came through the ring in 4 days there at that show. Just a good pig, obviously a very good sow line there from LJ.
LJ does a good job, obviously, and honestly, first impression on this pig that hit me, in my opinion, and again, nobody probably cares what I think, but just his bend and comfort of hind leg and his usage of his rear skeleton may be as good as anything that we've seen yet today. Again, another pig, I think that one dang sure gets to Dallas. If you wanted to squeeze on him and go to Kansas City or Nail or wherever you want to go, he's got the rib, he's got the body, he's got the moderation that I think he can handle that. Obviously, these guys do a good job. Jason invites some of the absolute best. LJ, you brought a really good one here. He's a wait a minute gangster, lot 18 from All-Star.
He sounds a lot better than me. You're good. You're doing
Well, next in is Yanis, 46-3, lot 27. That's a WD-40 son on WD-40 sow. And all Yanis said is that it looks like the kind in the WD-40 lineage that feed. All I'll tell you before Troy talks is that our crew, the Cliff family specifically, and a couple of more guys, hell, we had a reserve spot from Yanis this year. We've started to buy as many pigs from Brandon as we can, because every year it seems like Chester spots, whatever it is, our kids end up getting in the backdrop with a pig from Yanis. And you don't just watch Texas, obviously Illinois and the Midwest. I mean, he's one of the best Chester breeders in the country, without a doubt. Very, very glad to have him here, and obviously another one that looks like he'll feed.
Well, Jason alluded to it already, but I've always looked up to Brandon in terms of just his ability to make absolutely unique creatures, particularly within the Chester breed and other breeds as well. But obviously the Chester breed, and like Jason already said too, looks like the kind, the WD-40 lineage that feed. I couldn't agree more. And I'm not as smart as Brandon is. What I will tell you though, at our place, this is the exact kind of the WD-40s, in my opinion, that have fed the best. The right length of body, his extra fore-rib shape, his bone, his security from behind all suggest he's going to make a good big one. I like this pig a good deal here from Yanis Farms, lot 27, Chester male.
Next in is Canal Lot 4. This is 88.5 mainline on a 66.8 liter sow. Lead the way.
Well, Canoe comes in next, and obviously he needs no introduction in terms of just the success he's had at Texas Majors, and more importantly, or just as importantly, the Midwest. We've got a pig out here sired by Mainline. Obviously, that board needs no introduction as well. Those pigs have been awfully successful within the first crop. Whether it be board pigs or pigs that have got close to winning a pig show. I believe he raised the Grand Bear at OIE that are just a few weeks ago. Again, another pig. I know it sounds repetitive. He's got just a little extra size and lateness and maturity. He looks like you could hammer on him and get him absolutely perfect for Dallas or Tulsa. He's still got rib. He's still got muscularity. If you need to squeeze on him and feed him for Kansas City or Dallas, I think he fits that mold as well. Obviously, the Canal operation has been incredibly successful over the last few years. Mainline lead the way. Lot 40 here, lot 4, from Canoe.
Next in is Dustin Ham and Ham Livestock, a white flag. Picture this, white noise, which the grandma would be Wham's sister. Mother was a reserve grand overall and champion light cross at Arkansas Youth Expo and Arkansas State Fair for the Mayberry family. Grandma's Wham's sister, Smokescreen's mom, who just had the bronze overall and champion Yorkshire at OIE. Great grandma would be the mother of Wham and Anomaly.
Well, I said earlier, Jason, I didn't really kick pigs up or get them out. We're going to be here for a hot minute and going to have time to do that tomorrow. What I will tell you is I did see this pig coming from afar, going to the wash rack and come back, and obviously he caught my attention. And, again, a lot of people ringside that are much smarter than me. But, man, I dug this one as he came back from the wash rack. Again, height to length ratio, length of body, proportionality, skull, back shape, pin set. He's got all the extras you could ever ask for, in my opinion. Yet his chest is good. His front feet's incredible. His hock is square. He looks safe. He looks far-reaching at the same time. And when you do those two things, in my opinion, not only are they very fun to feed, they usually end up at the backdrop. This ham is doing an incredible job across the country. Has been an absolute tear as of late. Lot 20 here from Ham Livestock.
Next in is Colby Oliver. Yimmy, which one do you have? You got 37? Okay, Yimmy's got 37. Kaylee's got 68. So Kaylee's there in the maroon shirt. Yimmy's in the white shirt. Little John, Buckeye, work of art. Little John's is all the way son that they bought from John Hinker there at Summertime Conference last summer. The mother of the 2-liter had a very successful show career. She was champion director of district show and a class winner at LSU. The grandmother of the 2-liter would have originally come from the Olsen crew. I'll tell you before Troy talks here real quickly. We've had awesome success from Colby. We had the reserve Duroc there at San Angelo this time. I know Colby Christie would have had the I believe the reserve Division One Duroc bear there at Houston. Colby's had an awesome run not only in Louisiana but also in Texas and all across the country. So a nice pair he brings here.
Well, yeah, Jason, and I think a pair that resemble each other just in terms of type and kind, and maybe they fit different windows just a bit, but both of them have all the extras in terms of chest, in terms of blade, in terms of rib, back, pin set. They're still square and secure when you get right in behind them. Honestly, look like pigs you could squeeze on just a bit if you wanted to, sometimes, again, not a feeding expert, but sometimes I think it's easier to squeeze on them than try to get them there to the end in terms of just pushing on them and hammering on them. I've got to know Colby just a little bit better over the last few years. Very passionate, very into the show pig thing. Takes these things very, very serious. Again, a pair from all over here, 68 and 37.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, Yumi has got tag 15 here, and the other one is lot 51. Yumi is on 15, which that is 1-11. The other one is 1-1. As I mentioned earlier, there's some boars that just work at some places, and I think that certainly happened at John's place. I'm anxious to hear what Troy thinks about this pair of pigs, because I think there's some big reaching pieces here, lots of structure, lots of bone, and Stranglehold has worked awesome at John's. He had a great run this winter and this spring with him.
Yeah, JoJo did good here, Big John. I don't know. Again, nobody really cares for me to break them down. What I will tell you is I don't know if there's been a pair of belted males through the ring to this point that hit me as hard as these. And again, I haven't kicked through them. This is all a first impression thing. What I will tell you, when you judge a show or you show at a show, first impressions, everything. These have the extras in terms of hair, in terms of skin color, in terms of foot size and feature. Their length to height ratio is just absolutely incredible. Again, another pair. I know it sounds repetitive. They look like you could push them and they handle it. They look like you could squeeze them on them and they handle it. Again, like Jason already alluded to, the Stranglehold thing has been absolutely incredible, particularly at the Fontenot crew, the Fontenot farm. We don't have many notes here. I know John's pretty short and sweet. I absolutely love this pair. You guys decide where they fit. You guys decide what they're worth. You'd figure out if he got sale order right. Lot 15 and Lot 51 from Fontenot Farms.
Next in is Rutledge, and okay, so the Duroc in here would be lot 77 that Kaylee's on. That's a Sweat branded 76 above all. Yumi, which one do you have? Yumi's got 23 in the white shirt. That's a Stranglehold, out for blood, strictly business, never before. Dam is a grand commercial gilt at the Louisiana State Fair last year. Littermate to the Dam won the commercial market bearer show and reserve grand overall at the Minnesota State Fair. And then Emerson there in the red shirt has got lot 58. That's 7-2. That's an all-access, heavy hitter, decisive, never before.
Well, Rutledge drops these three in. It's always, it's always good to get Beanie here and his crew, and again, another breeder that's really starting to hit his stride and take these things as serious as anybody. The Duroc again needs no introduction in terms of what Rutledge has done the last couple of years in terms of red hogs. I told you guys earlier, I think it's a really good set of red hogs, top to bottom. Just me scrolling through the pedigrees and the pictures and the videos and the breeders that are behind them. Honestly, of everything that's come through to this point from a red male perspective, this one looks like you could hammer on him, and maybe as much as anything. He's maybe as safe, secure, and just good in terms of his chest, knee, sternum, and front foot as anything. And then you got this pair of crosses. The male pig has as many extras as you could ever ask for. I told Jason earlier, I said, man, this picture of this beanie gilt is insane, I think, in terms of feature, in terms of looking like a wild breeding piece or a show gilt, one with just a ton of shelf life, if you will. I know it sounds crazy, but we're getting into some of these gilts now. I know we don't have a ton of them in this particular sale, but it's time to buy them for fall. It's time to buy them for winter. This gilt looks like the kind that could generate. At the same time, she looks like the kind that could show for a very, very long time. We got Rutledge in the farm, or in the ring, excuse me, lot 23, 58, and 77.
Next in is Atchison. Next in is Atchison. It's a dog-eat-dog, out for blood, here to help. His notes, the highlight of the very popular 4-liter from our farm sale, unique and lined-up pedigree, a younger out for blood sow that quickly made an impact for us. Take notice. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, and then he describes him. But I will tell you here, the dog-eat-dog thing, and I told you that, we've got Nightcap there at our house. It's a litter mate to dog-eat-dog. Dog-eat-dog recently sired the Grand Gilted OYE that ends up bringing $380,000. Atchison actually raised dog-eat-dog, Nightcap, and Blood Brother that's there at Schaefer's. So he's had a very good run, and I think you can see the neat pieces and the extremities here that this Atchison hog offers.
Yeah, I was excited to get here and see Atchison's crew and their pigs. Obviously, they're doing a very, very good job. And again, another breeder that's maybe a little under the radar, and I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. Man, the boars that they're generating are doing a very, very good job, but at the same time, they're making winners at a high level. I like this pig a good deal. Maybe in terms of just chest, blade, four-rib shape, length of body, and just true punch and power, maybe as good as anything we've seen today. And then you watch him go away. He's still square, he's still secure, and he's still safe in terms of security when you get right in behind him. A very neat color pattern, very neat pig, and comes with an absolute incredible pedigree. This would be lot 29 from Atchison.
Next in is K-Max Cotton West, and I'm probably going to talk about Cotton more than I talk about his pigs, but this means a lot to me. Cotton is somebody that I wanted to come to our sale. Cotton is one of Weston's very best friends, and I'm so proud of this kid, and not just because of those pigs are good, Cotton. I'm proud of you. Not just because of what he's raised, but because of the kid that he is, and because of his intensity and how hard he's trying to make his pigs better. And boy, Cotton, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of you in that pair that you brought here today. The Duroc that Cotton's on is a lot 36 4-2. That's an all-the-way triple threat statement day. Mom is a mate to Addison Horton's Class 1 and Barrett Fort Worth in 25. The Calico Barra is lot 67, 3-6. It's a white flag, tricked out 4. Mom was a reserve Grand Gilt at Rio Grande Valley in 25.
Well, Jason stole my thunder just a bit, but Cotton's a young guy that, man, I've kind of gotten to know here as of late, and always enjoy coming to Texas and bouncing some ideas off him, and always impressed in terms of his efforts and his quality of livestock that he, whether they're showing them or selling them or whatever it may be. I think Jason alluded to it earlier there when he stopped mid-sentence and said, man, these pigs are good, and they are. What I would encourage you to do is study them as individuals. It's not always easy to preview a cross with a spot or a calico, a crossbred, but man, these are pretty good, guys. This calico is wild built, very neat, very proportionality, and this Duroc, again, I'm not a Duroc expert. That one looks pretty good to me, though, guys. Look them up in the back. Do whatever you need to do. Again, you guys don't really care what I have to say, but I think a very, very good pair here from K-Max.
Next in is Bruff. The gilt out here is 26-1. That's lot 28. That's a string of hold out for blood. The 26s are out of a first litter out for blood sow that we're excited to get bought last summer. Her pedigree breeds out for blood. Rusty cage, red 7. String of hold made a lot of sense to use here. He says the Berkshire here is a pin 1. Top it off. February-born Berkshire male that we're proud to bring out. Mom of the 27s raised a gilt that went on to end up being champion Burke gilt at South Carolina State Fair, Georgia Carolina State Fair, and a pallet jackpots this fall.
Well, yeah, like I alluded to there just a minute ago, sometimes previewing these pures with the crosses is sometimes a little challenging. What I will tell you, though, is this is a firm here that takes the Lackey sale incredibly serious, and obviously have brought some of their very best. Whether they're pures or crosses, you guys decide which one you need to buy. I will tell you, this cross is very intriguing, in my opinion, Jason, in terms of one that has skull. She's got punch when you get on top of her, and then when you get behind her, is maybe as square, secure, safe, and good in terms of her pasterns and foot quality as maybe anything that we've seen tonight. Again, not a purebred expert. What I will tell you, though, again, that Berkshire looks like the right kind to make a good big one regardless of breed. We got lot 61 and lot 28.
So next in, we had a tagging mishap in the back, but this hog is tag 32. This would be 52-3. This is from 4-5. Hang tight, different league.
We know earlier we had a little hang tight lineage there, and I went to talk about it, and I decided, I'd probably get a little too long-winded. What I will say is. We were probably a little behind the ball in terms of using hang tight, and we went back this time and used him, and probably nobody really cares to what that we're breeding to, but I saw multiple breeders and consigners ringside and across the country that was having a high level of success using this hang tight deal. This is a pig that man, he's hard to ignore, in my opinion. He comes through the gate. His skull, his chest, his blade, his front foot placement is so good. Again, another one here probably could mellow just a bit, and maybe I'm wrong in that regard, but when he does so, shoulder height, proportionality, skull, chest, has maybe as many far-reaching pieces as any, and at the same time, I still think it is dang sure right in terms of size, right in terms of maturity, Dallas-wise, boar pig-wise. You guys do what you want. 4-5 here, lot 32.
Next in, we've got lot 63. Yeah, lot 63 and lot 80. The better-looking human being in the ring has got lot 63. The other one is lot 80. Lot 63 is 65.5, throwing hands, WD-40, big screen. Well, I don't know. Are they full sieves, essentially? Anyway, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Pedigree reads the same on both of them. The thing I'll tell you about 4-5 is, we had one of their bears there at Williamson had one of their bears there at Houston that was reserve Chester. They also had reserve Chester there at Houston also. So a very nice pair of pigs. These guys are doing an awesome job in the Chester ring.
Yeah, I think Jason and Jackie and the whole crew here does an awesome job, and not only getting consigners that put a lot of emphasis on bringing their best, but more importantly, they're very strategic about the way that they sprinkle in these purebred hogs. And the group of Chesters and Chester breeders alike that are here represented at the Lackey spring sale, I think is absolutely second to none. You guys decide where these fit. You guys pick them apart and go to the back of the barn, get them out, figure what you want. I know they're little, and again, you guys decided where they fit. This group has had, this crew and this firm has had just an absolute incredible track record in terms of the success that they've had over the last few seasons. They're little, they're cute, yet they come with extras. I told Jason earlier, I said, I just scrolling through the pictures, but these 4 or 5 Chesters look absolutely incredible. They come in the ring. They don't disappoint. Again, you guys figure out where they fit. I like this pair of throwing hands very, very well. Again, from 4-5, 63, and lot 80.
Next in is JDF, and I'll tell you, I said this about this earlier about JDF and what those guys have done. And you sit down here and watch our shows, and Jarrett and Kinsey are in the mix every time. He's at the top end of our Texas bred deal because of how just consistent and how good these breed pigs are, how good his crossbred pigs are, just all the way good across the board. Kinsey, what tag do you have? Kinsey's got tag 50. That is 34-3. That's an outlaw. Top it off. 34-3 is one of our favorite from the younger group. He's one of the back by very hot young sow. It's already making a name for herself. His name was Matty Pedrosa's reserve champion Burke Gilt at San Antonio and champion Berkshire Gilt there at Texas Elite in 25. The other one out here, Emerson there in the red shirts, got tag 14. That's 24-3. That's a breaking barriers, good colored. He said 24-3 is one we've had circled for some time. Out of the youngest, one of the hottest Berkshire sows that they've had, who continues to prove her worth. In her most recent litter, she raised Maddie's champion Berkshire Gilt at Texas Elite, along with a second place bear at San Antonio.
Well, again, like I alluded to there just a few minutes ago, I think Jason does an incredible job just bringing in, guys that, like I said earlier, not only going to bring their best and put a lot of thought process into it, but brings in some guys and firms that are going to bring purebreds that win at the highest level and have had great success in past history. A pair here, again, I'm not going to break them down. Everybody doesn't need to hear my opinion. I think from a maturity perspective, and more importantly, maturity perspective within this particular breed may be as good and on point as anything that we've seen yet today. Shoulder height, length of front end, length of spine, length of hip, and just the way they're at, or where they're at, in terms of a bulk and maturity perspective are absolutely spot on in terms of the Berkshire breed. A really good pair here from JDF, lot 50 and lot 14.
It's lot 26. Okay, this is lot 26 from Underdog. This is a trippy back slap, rusty cage, dirty secret. Mothers of this bear was purchased here from us in the first bred offering here at Potosi. She gave us a bear last year that was second at San Angelo, and he said they've retained all the gilts.
Well, again, Jason does a great job bringing in the right consigners, and I've been fortunate to come to a few of these Texas majors over the last few years, and Underdog has had some maybe of the absolute best on the top side of things in terms of just far-reaching pieces. I think this one fits the mold. Lot 26 here, the trippy hog, maybe as big in his chest, as big in his blade, as big in his cage, as big in his pin set, maybe as many ESTs in terms of power that you could ever ask for. Again, another pig that's still extended off either end of his skeleton. He looks like he could make Dallas. He looks like you could squeeze on him and make him even better for like Kansas City or Louisville. You guys decide where he fits. A neat kind of pig here from Underdog Genetics, lot 26.
What tag? Cotton, what do you got? 78. So Cotton's got 78. This is an 8-1 hang tight. Picture this. Timber sow raised a reserve light cross at Indy State Fair in 23. The other one down here is lot 26. Tribute back slab, Rusty Cage, Dirty Secret, and once again, I alluded to this litter there just a second ago. Mother of this bear was purchased from us here last year. Had a second place bear there at San Angelo.
Well, yeah, Jason, and like I said earlier, I ain't kicked through the whole barn and tried to figure it all out. What I will tell you is these are just directly pinned across from us, and I came out here earlier after being inside to water my pig project, and man, these caught my eye. I looked over there in terms of neat color pattern, in terms of extras, man, their skulls, their chests, their blades, they're absolutely maxed out in terms of just spread, dimension, the extras that they do have. I told you guys every time I come to Texas, I'm always amazed by the quality that this crew brings. They're wild colored. You guys figure out where they fit. I believe this would be, again, lot 78 and 26.
Yes, this is next in is Cud. Yimmy has got lot 22. And then the other one in here in the maroon shirt is lot 57. Yimmy's pig is a stud monkey, Glory Days. 11-litter mother is a litter mate to Jake Duke, second at the state fair last time. Half sib to the 34 litter. Their daughter showed it last fall that had an incredible fall run. Grand Dam is a Sloan sow that they bought for $23,000. The other one, like I said, they're in the maroon shirt, lot 57. Fear Not, Here I Am. Sow we bought from Brockman last fall for $25,000.
Well, pigs can always have stories and high-dollar mothers and good photos, and these both have that. What I will tell you is it's hard to have that and still have just legitimate quality, legitimate value, and these two absolutely fill those holes. 22, like Jason talked about, 22 and 57 here. Again, not going to get too in depth in terms of pedigrees. What I will tell you is the lot 22 has the Glory Days sow, and those Glory Days sows for us and Hilty and a few other firms have been just absolutely incredible. That would have been the Cinderella daughter that would have been at Platts. They're at Upper Hand Genetics for just a few years. We got the other one that's backed by Here I Am sow. These guys are doing it and doing it right. They're buying the right females that are going to do a very good job moving forward. Again, I talk a lot about maturity. I talk about like where they fit. To me, these again, another pair here that looks like you could shove on them, you could coast on them, you could kind of do what they want to do what you want to do with a feed bucket. They're right where they need to be from a sale perspective in terms of fluff and in terms of the extras that they have. Like I told Jason earlier, I said, man, these Cud pigs look incredible in their pictures. They come in the ring. They don't disappoint. I think a really good pair here from Cud, 22 and 57.
You got 35? Okay. Okay, Emerson's got lot 35, and then lot 66 is at Chester. Emerson's got... Emerson's got lot 35. That's a spot in here. Mother's the grand overall gelt and champion spot market hog at Bexar County, and litter mate to the champion spot and fifth overall at Angelo in 25. Clint told me that Man of Steel is the best barrow making boar they've had there in 15 years. I'll let Troy talk about Clint's hogs, and I'll tell you, that we can sit here and talk about this or that about pigs, but Clint is, in my opinion, Clint's just a true hog man, and just builds them the way he likes them. And if you watch Clint build hogs and make hogs, they're always consistent. They're always good structure. They're always got some immaturity to them. And just consistently year after year, Clint always does a good job of making pigs that feed and respond and do good things for other people. Addie, what's your tag number? 66? Addie's on in the white or whatever color, the less red shirt, is on 66. That's a brake check WD-40. Mother's a champion Chester at Dallas in 23. Grandma is a champion Chester at Angelo in 2020. Mother to the reserve Chester Bear at Dallas in 22. Reserve Chester Bear at Angelo in 23. And champion Chester Gill at Angelo Stars in 23.
Well, me and Jason talk often, obviously, and most of the time it's just about nonsense. But we had a good talk the other day, and he said, "Man, these fall pigs, quote unquote fall pigs, for lack of better terms, are hard to find in terms of just quality." He said they're even harder to find in terms of purebreds, and he said, "I think we have some coming to our sale that are very, very good." And he mentioned this pair again, 66 to Chester. We've got a few of those at our place, and have been fortunate to have some success with them. This just looks like a good big one, in my opinion. Length of hip, length of extension out of his front end. He still comes to us with some chest. He's big in his blade. He's big in his rib. He's got muscularity. This just looks like a good big one, in my opinion. I know sometimes when people say that, they're a little common. That pig's far, far from common. Very neat Chester there out of brake check. The spot again, lot 35. Even though Jason couldn't kind of figure that out, the only spotted male here, the West, that in the ring at this point, Man of Steel, Mr. Club. Again, you guys take him how you like him. That pig is wild in terms of his chest, his rib, his proportionality from the side. To be that short-bodied and that round in his rib is still perfect in his crest, awesome in his jawline, awesome in his look up front. A neat pair here from West Texas Genetics.
Here's the what? Okay. Okay, very good. Clint said the ears will be fine. Does it every time. Emerson, what tag number do you have? 65. Man of Steel, Smoke Rings. Mother is a litter mate to Mr. Cub, a dam of the 33 litters last spring and 11 litter last fall, highlighted by the champion spot and 5th overall at Angelo 25, and had a class winner at Dallas in 2025. Maternal Sib was champion Dark OPB at Fort Worth in 25. What's the tag number here? Then we've got 82. That's a Man of Steel, Smoke Rings. Mother, once again, I think we just talked about littermate to Mr. Cub, dam of champion spot, 5th overall at Angelo in 25.
Well, again, I talked to Jason there just a few days ago, and he said these good ones are hard to find, and the pures are even harder to find, like I just alluded to. Obviously, this is a pair that he was probably talking about when he said we think we have some quality coming from a purebred side of things, particularly in the minor breed things, the side of things. Man, I'm not going to, again, not break them down. This pair is just wild in terms of in my opinion, in terms of just length of body in relation to their length of front end. To have hogs that are short and boxy in their build and still just wild and extended out of their front ends is absolutely hard to do, regardless of species, regardless of breed. For me, this pair of spots, from West Texas Genetics does that at a very, very high level. Again, should be lots 65 and 82.
Next in, we've got Sloan lot 11, and I just tell you, I went to Troy's the other night, and if you watch that sale, I mean you could just kind of tell the quality that he had there and how good the pigs were. This is 79.9 Logic Pass the Hat Proposal. Dam is a litter mate to the Reserve Bear at Missouri State Fair a couple of years ago. Her July litter made her $51,000 PT gilt. I forgot about her. The pig was very good. Grandmother is a Boble Sow from PT.
Well, thanks, Jason, for your positive comments. And if anyone wants to load and go this one later, we'll just get rid of him, and we don't have to give Jason commission that way. But no, a neat pig, I think, not just because he's ours, but set him aside just a bit ago. And obviously, we had the sale there in Cameron on Wednesday. And I told Jason, hey, you've been great to us. I love your sale. I love the atmosphere. I love the buyers that you have. We're going to try to bring one that we're proud of. You guys figure out where he fits. I think a neat pig. Sow line's been absolutely incredible for us. I told several people earlier, the best logics at our place have been as good as maybe anything. Again, sow line's been awesome. A pig that's got just a shot more age to him than maybe some we sold this week. Again, just kind of made sense to bring him here. Lot 11 from us.
Next in our Schwecky's lots, Yimmy, what do you have? Yimmy's got 42 there in the white shirt in the middle. That's a Power Hour No Stranger. Tatum Beck has got a litter mate to that one. Power Hour No Stranger. The No Stranger S-squared mother of the 82s. Whatever Zach wrote makes absolutely no sense. It says a lot of things. Okay, very good. And then the Red Hog here is standing on business, make a statement. 37-4, lot 71. It's a lot of information. Good job, Zach.
Well, I had the opportunity to ride down with Zach, and I actually had to drive the whole way. Zach just slept in the back seat, but we got him out last night. I said, hey, your pigs are pretty good, Zach. You did good here. And in all seriousness, I think a pair of belted male pigs here. Obviously, Jason and us and Schwecky bought in on Power Hour, so you guys can say we're just kind of blowing smoke. The pigs have been damn good. The skinny ones feed, the bulky ones feed, the stouter ones get even stouter. The more immature ones come with maturity and get right. You guys dip in and study that pair of belted Schwecky hogs that are, again, both Power Hours. I don't think you can go wrong there. Power Hour, No Stranger. I know he said he was bringing a very good pair of those Power Hours to Lackey's sale, and they haven't disappointed. Again, I'm not a Duroc expert. We're starting to buy just a few and try to figure things out. What I will tell you is this Duroc gilt is pinned right beside our pigs. I don't know if anyone's here to buy a Duroc gilt. But if you don't like this one, I'm probably going to buy her. I think this Duroc gilt is just absolutely insane. A very, very good pig from Schwecky here. Duroc gilt is 71. The male pigs, Power Hour, both crossbred boars, 42, and lot 3.
Next in is Bedeker. Emerson, what tag do you have? Emerson's got tag 59. That's an over the limit, born with it. Bryce has got over the limit limited edition. That's tag 24. Bryce has got tag 24. Dam is limited access, his sister. And I would tell you before Troy talks here, I said this about Yanis earlier. This is a firm that we put a lot of faith in on trying to get pigs on feed, because every time it seems like our crew's got incredible success on getting banners and having pigs that end up winning. So always glad to have Bryce here and glad to put faith in his program.
Well, again, just to echo a little bit of what Jason talked about, got to know Bryce just a little bit better over the last few years and have the opportunity to come south with him and ride together and pick his brain. I don't know if there's a young breeder that's as much as passionate about making good livestock as Bryce as anybody I've ever met. And I truly mean that, Bryce. We traveled together, and these pigs looked very good on the trailer. They looked very good in the pen. Every time he took them out and headed to the wash rack, I was either getting a drink or going to the restroom, and I haven't had the opportunity to see them out. Man, they're good. If you don't like these, I guess we'll just agree to disagree. In my opinion, and nobody cares, again, for the 100,000th time, this is the absolute perfect size, in my opinion, from a Duroc perspective. Bryce does it. He lives and breathes it. He does it at a high level, maybe as particular and as anal about coming to a live sale as anybody that I've ever been around. They're balanced. They're proportional. Their skulls are incredible. Their looks are incredible. Their hind leg is in check. Their pasterns are right. Everything that you could ever want in a small Duroc male pig to feed into the fall is right here. Very, very good pair. I'm not smart enough to know which one's better. You guys figure it out. Lot 24, Lot 59, both Duroc male pigs from Bedecker.
Hey, I'll buy this one. I'll see you in the end.
But then girl and blacks on 21, purple's 55.
Okay, next in, the girl in black is on 21. That is these are from MT Hart. That's a white flag. Another time, let the beat build, wham. Mother was champion light cross at Texas Elite in 25. Let the beat build, grandma was a $19,000 high selling gilt light cross at Texas Elite in 24, and a made to a class winner at Austin in 24. Wham, great grandma. $8,000 purchase from F2 and is a foundation white sow. Lot 55, once again, white flag, wham, Tarantino. Wham's House, an $8,000 purchase from F2 and Flores. Class winner there at Austin in 24. 6 sale makers, Texas Majors. Grandma, champion light cross, Texas Elite in 25. Bottom side of the pedigree is every single white pig they got.
Well, like I told you guys earlier, and I told Jason there in the bar earlier too, I said, man, I'll just always enjoy coming to Texas to see good, solid white pigs. And I truly mean that. And there's other reasons we come to Texas, because it's fun, it's a blast. I love the people down here, I love the consigners, I love the hospitality. But like I said earlier, I think the set of white male pigs under this roof and in this particular event may be as good as you could ever ask for. As many far-reaching pieces here as you could ever ask for. They got the fuzz, they got the hair, their feet are big, their bones are big, their backs are big, their length of bodies are right. Cookie cutter like, I think, in terms of type and kind. You guys get them out in the back and figure it out. I know we've got just another one or two here come from MT that are colored the same. As far reaching as you could ever want, though, in my opinion, in terms of solid white male pigs.
Got 76.
Next in is 56 and 76. Addie in the more flowery colored shirt is on 14-6. White flag, wham, Tarantino. And once again, I've talked about that, what those were earlier. Lot 76, young lady there in the predominantly white shirt, white flag. Another time, let the beat build, wham. Litter mate to lead off. Wham, great grandma is the mom of the 14-litter consignments. Only offering her since there was 4 other mate sisters.
Well, again, same song and dance here. I think in terms of the extras, in terms of skull, hair, bone, feature, length of body, proportionality from the side, I think both of these fit the middle of the pair that we just talked about previously to these two. Obviously come to us in different sexes, but you guys buy them how you like them. You guys figure out where they fit. I think all 4 of these from MT look like the kind that are going to be absolutely on point for the fall sale season. Maybe as good as anybody's set in the entire barn in terms of skull, in terms of density, in terms terms of the extras that they do have. Again, probably mellow on them just a bit if you want, and if that's your speed and that's your style, I think that's where they probably look the best. Crazy pieces here, though. They brought us 4 solid white pigs from MT Hart. Again, this offering from those 4 would be 21, 55, 56, and 76. The 2 in the ring right now would be 56 and 76.
Troy, which one are you on? Next in is lot number 9 and lot number 47 from Troy Cole. Unrivaled, buckle up, next, never before. Mom was reserved D2 at San Antonio in 25 from Stauffer. I'm going to let Troy talk him here in just a second, but all I'm going to tell you is I had the chance to go through San Antonio last week and look at pigs. And Troy got these pigs out. It broke my heart that this one has got one nut or whatever he's got. This is a good pair of pigs, but I'm just telling you, if you're serious about whatever you want to be serious about, you better take a step up to the ring.
Yeah, these are good, Jason. And I don't know if you were talking about the pig having one nut or Troy having one nut, but man, these are real good, and I truly mean that. Sometimes it's hard to sit up here and talk about good things because if we're all being honest, not every pig's perfect, and sometimes we get into these consignment sales and it's hard to find the good. Again, I talked a little bit about it earlier, but hadn't looked at a lot. These were pinned just a couple pins down, and when we got here and we unloaded last night, I said, well, shoot, I don't think ours are as good as this. And, man, Troy's doing a great job. Again, another firm that doesn't have a pile of them. But when you don't have a pile of them, you do a better job focusing and dialing in because you don't have room for strikeouts. You don't have room to have hiccups. I know Jason likes one of these a great deal. I like both of them very well. Again, lot 9, lot 47 here from Cole.
Which one are you on? Next in is the start of our consignments, and Tatum Beck is on lot 1. Jessica is on lot 40. These are Sledge, Cotton Appa, and the mother is from Kilmer, littermate to Paige Myers, second place York there at San Antonio there last year.
Well, yeah, it sounds like a broken record, but I said earlier there's an awesome set of these solid white ones or light crosses, whatever you want to call them, in the back of the barn, and I know Lackey has been high on these for quite some time. Jason told you guys a story on Sledge earlier, and if you weren't listening, I would encourage you to ask him because the lineage behind that and just the story that that particular sow line and just that whole deal is writing right now, I think is very good, and I think there's even more good yet to come. We've got a pair of these again. I guess I run out of things to say, but they've got some extra size. They got some extra extension. And honestly, for the Texans around ringside, I'm not here to tell you what you need to do or what you need to buy. But at the same time, I think these fit the Dallas market very well. If you need to go on and show them after Dallas and go to Kansas City and Kansas City and Louisville, excuse me, you can do that again. The Sledge things have been absolutely incredible, as good as the Sledge thing has been early on in his life. I think this Cotton Appin deal is, man, those sows have been absolutely phenomenal. I tell people often at our place, and I know nobody cares about our place right now when we're looking at Lackeys, but the few Cotton Appin sows that we have been as good as maybe anything that we have on the whole farm. So a pair of solid white male pigs here from Lackey. I know we're getting on the short rows here, but I'd encourage you to stay focused and stay hooked up. We're going to end on some really good lots, lot 1 and lot 40.
What's Bell on? So we've got 38 and 39 here. Bell, what are you on? Bell's on 38. These are both 127 litters. Bell's on 38. Power Hour, quite frankly, Dirty Lovin'. The sow of these pigs actually come from buyers. This quite frankly sow. Mother is like I said, mother's quite frankly sow. The grandmother is a litter mate to life sentence.
Well, yeah, I know. Like I alluded to earlier, we could sit up here and talk about our own stuff or pedigrees that we have something to do with, and that's always easy to do from a salesmanship perspective. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that this Power Hour thing has been absolutely for real. For no more sows than he bred, caught many backdrops and got sale makers and things like that, and maybe our absolute best pigs that we had over the last few months and have sold very, very high. I'm not a pedigree junkie, and I absolutely love these pigs when they drop in the ring in terms of maturity, in terms of fluff. They're hogs that have power, yet they have extension off either end of their skeletons. They look like they're going to grow. Again, the Power Hour deal's been for real, but what I will tell you from a pedigree perspective, I don't know if you could ask for any more. Power Hour, quite frankly, Dirty Lovin'. From a Southside perspective, the quite frankly Dirty Lovin' may be as intriguing of a pedigree that we've seen all night. And then, like I said, the Power Hour deal's real good. Lot 38, lot 39 from Lackey Livestock.
You want me to give it to you? Yes. I'll sign it. I will. 70 or 69?
Next in is lot 69 and lot 70. Jess, you have 70? Jess has got lot 70. That's 125-3 in the darker red shirt out there. That is a Power Hour backdrop life sentence. And then Emerson there in the lighter red shirt's got a stranglehold safety first. Mother's a litter mate to Paige's Barra that was 5th overall dark at the junior show at Ohio State Fair last year.
Well, again, wasn't in the back of the barn kicking through them all, but Lackey's pigs are just directly across from our pen, and this is a pair that caught my attention, if I'm just being honest, and again, come with a pedigree that I think needs no introduction. We've got two dark cross males out here. Again, 69 and 70. 69 is a stranglehold. If you guys watch the bred sow sale there on the other side of the wall there, Jason told you how much confidence he has in that pedigree, that lineage, and what that board's been able to do in his first crop here within the Southwest. I think that deal's just getting heated up and just getting started. I said what I thought about the Power Hour deal. You guys have seen of those a few here tonight, as well as really in the fall sale there just a few months ago. Lackey Livestock, again, a pair here, I think, gosh, it sounds like a broken record, but these fit Dallas absolutely perfect, in my opinion, in terms of maturity, in terms of fluff, in terms of bulk, in terms of where they're at right now at this stage of the game. Lackey Livestock, lot 69 and lot 70.
Next in is Goss. The crossbred in here is a Clout strictly business. Mother of the grand champion at the North Dakota State Fair. Duroc in here is a Rock Steady Waymaker. Same sow is against the grain.
Well, Goss obviously has his own sale there last night. It was very, very successful, and at the same time, I know how serious they take these live sales as consigners. They set two of them back here for Jason's, and they certainly don't disappoint. Lot 10 is the crossbred male pig, Clout, strictly business. The Duroc pig, much like Bedeker's, he's a little small, he's a little pounds light. Obviously, Durocs grow at a fast pace and get after it. it. I think that pig fits the fall very, very handily out here. Goss has been on a tear. If you haven't seen their success over the last couple of years, you're obviously living under a rock. Those guys are absolutely in the hunt or winning the big banner 12 months out of the year, whether it's California or Texas, Oklahoma, Illinois, Indiana. It doesn't matter. All the way across the country, these guys do an incredible job. Again, a pair here from Goss Livestock. 10 would be the belted male pig. Lot 48 is the Duroc male pig.
Next in is Frankowiak, and if you're not familiar with this firm, I would tell you a set of some guys down there from San Antonio that do an incredible job. They had the champion Red Bear there at Houston this year. Our crew had an awesome set of pigs from these guys as well. Lot 33 is 5-1. That's a Machete Statement Day. Dams a litter mate to the reserve lightweight Duroc Barra at San Antonio in 25, and the champion lightweight and 4th overall Duroc Gilt at San Antonio in 25. Lot 64 is 4-3. It's a Machete born this way, and then lot 81 is a Machete Statement Day, same as the other one that we had talked about previously.
Well, I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it one more time to end the sale night out. I don't know how many Duroc male pigs are here, or Duroc pigs just in general, but I told Jason, I said, man, I think this is an awesome set of Duroc pigs, and I think this is an awesome way to end. Frankowiaks have been doing it at a high level, regardless of breed, for a long time out here. Again, I'm not going to break them down. You guys see them how you want to see them. Obviously, you guys know what you're looking at standing ringside, but these guys have had an awesome track record, over the last few years. Again, pigs that look like they're going to be there and be right when they need to be. They're extended off either end of their skeletons. Their maturity patterns are right. They're right where they need to be from a fluff and just chub perspective at this stage of the game. Their maturity is absolutely on point for the red breed, in my opinion, for what that is worth. Frankowiak ends with 3 male pig, all Durocs here, lot 33, 64, and 81.
Hey guys, just housekeeping. That's our last set. The band is getting started inside. Go inside, enjoy the band, get you a drink, and we will start to preview tomorrow between 5 and 5:30. The sale will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, but once again, the band is going inside. Go inside and get you a drink, have some fun. Hey, guys, I'll tell you from a breeder standpoint this evening, the weather's going to come in. I told you this earlier. If you want to put your pigs on the trailer tonight, feel free to go ahead and do that, and then we'll kick them out in the morning. We'll preview tomorrow at 5.